Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Ketholeno with the evening news. The headlines: Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman unveils structural reforms for 7 sectors in 5th tranche of Atma Nirbhar Bharat package. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh says Centre is seriously considering states' request to facilitate transportation of migrant workers. Third phase of nationwide lockdown ends today. And Nagaland Chief Secretary says all existing lockdown measures in the state to continue till further order. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman unveiled the final tranche of financial stimulus and policy measures for various sectors to help build a self-reliant India under the Atma Nirbhar Bharat campaign today. Addressing media in New Delhi, Finance Minister outlined structural reforms with focus on 7 areas of MNREGA, health and education, business during COVID, decriminalization of Company Act, ease of doing business, policy related to public sector units, state government and resources related to it. Sitharaman said, under the MNREGA scheme, an additional 40,000 crore rupees will be located for employment generation in the rural parts of the country. She said this will help to generate nearly 300 crore person days to provide relief to the migrant workers. On the health reforms and initiatives taken to fight the COVID-19 pandemic, she said public expenditure will be increased and health and wellness centers in rural and urban areas will be ramped up. On the support extended to the state government, the finance minister said more than 46,000 crore rupees have been devolved in April and revenue deficit grants of more than 12,000 crore rupees in April and May have also been given to the states despite centre's stressful resources. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has said the centre is seriously considering every single request of state governments to facilitate transportation of migrant workers. During a video conference on COVID-19 with the chief secretaries and senior officials of the 8 northeastern states, Singh said a mechanism has been put in place to receive the list of passengers from governments of the northeastern region. He said the Ministry for Development of Northeastern Region coordinates with resident commissioners and nodal officers for smooth transportation of migrant workers and other people. In the conference, representatives from 8 northeast governments provided inputs regarding the current scenario about the movement of migrant laborers and others from different parts of the country. They also gave inputs regarding the impact of Prime Minister's 20 lakh crore rupees economic package and assessment about the relaxations to be given in the days to come. The centre has asked the states to use online portal National Migrant Information System (NMIS) for capturing the information on movement of migrants and for better interstate coordination. In a letter to the state chief secretaries, Union Home Secretary Ajay Bhalla said that to capture the information regarding movement of migrants and facilitate the smooth movement of stranded persons across states, National Disaster Management Authority (NDMA) has developed an online dashboard (NMIS) on the existing NDMA GIS portal. He said the portal will maintain a central repository and help the sending as well as receiving state and district to ask for and give their acceptance in an online format seamlessly. This system will help in speedy communication between states without creating additional work at the level of the field officers. Today is the last day of the third phase of the nationwide lockdown to curb the spread of COVID-19. The dates of the fourth phase of lockdown are yet to be announced. During his address to the nation on 12th of this month, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had said that the fourth phase of lockdown will have a completely different form with new rules. Modi had said that, based on the suggestions from the states, information related to lockdown will be given to the public before 18th May. The country is under lockdown since 25th March. It has been extended twice, first till 3rd May and then till today. Meanwhile, states like Punjab, Maharashtra and Tamil Nadu has announced that the coronavirus lockdown will continue till 31st of this month. Nagaland government has informed that the existing lockdown measures issued on 4th of this month will continue to be operative. Chief Secretary Temjen, in an order today, said that the measures will continue in Nagaland till the issuance of further guidelines. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. Union's Health Ministry has issued detailed guidelines for preparedness and response to COVID-19 in urban areas. The document contains surveillance, containment, and clinical management measures, among others, for densely populated urban settlements. As per the guidelines, the surveillance system for COVID-19 in urban areas should be strengthened and strict perimeter control be maintained in containment zones with Section 144 enforced to ensure people remain in their dwelling units. It was said that in most of the cities or towns, the disease surveillance system is not as well organized as in the rural areas. The guidelines said the surveillance team system will be strengthened for surveillance and contact tracing mechanism. A total number of 4,957 fresh cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the country, taking the total number of cases to 90,927. A total of 120 deaths have been registered in last 24 hours, taking the nationwide death toll to 2,872. Health and Family Welfare Ministry said that a total of 34,109 patients have been cured of coronavirus and the recovery rate has reached 37.51% in the country. Meanwhile, 3,956 patients have been recovered during the last 24 hours. In Nagaland, the total number of samples sent for testing is 952, while the number of negative results is 914. The number of samples sent after 3 p.m. yesterday till 3 p.m. today is 35, and the number of sample results awaited is 38. The number of samples tested negative by TrueNet is 25. Meanwhile, 1,406 persons are presently at facility quarantine, and a total number of 3,004 are screened today. Principal Secretary Home Abhijit Sinha, while briefing on COVID-19 status of the state, informed that a total of 4,095 citizens of Nagaland presently outside the state have opted for staying back at their respective places and filled up the required form on the portal iamstranded.nagaland.gov.in for availing the one-time assistance for 10,000 rupees. Sinha informed that the facility for making application closed at 7 p.m. last evening. Regarding arrival of stranded people in Nagaland from other states, a total of 1,382 persons have already arrived till date. Sinha also informed that Chief Secretary Temjen conducted a video conference meeting today with all the Deputy Commissioners, Superintendents of Police and the Chief Medical Officers of the 11 districts and deliberated on the quarantine arrangements being made for the stranded citizens of Nagaland returning from other states and all the protocols that need to be followed. 4 persons, including 3 women, have been tested positive for COVID-19 in Manipur, taking the total number of active cases in the state to 5. Officials yesterday informed that of the fresh patients, 2 have returned from Mumbai, 1 from Chennai and 1 from Kolkata. Meanwhile, Assam Health Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma today said that 4 fresh novel corona cases have been reported, taking the state's tally to 95. Of the 95 cases, 50 are active and 41 persons have recovered, while 2 have died and 2 have migrated. 3 flights have been scheduled from the UAE under the Vande Bharat mission today. The second phase of the Vande Bharat mission to bring back stranded Indian nationals began yesterday and will continue till the 22nd of this month. 2 flights are scheduled from Dubai to Kochi and Kannur, while 1 flight is scheduled from Abu Dhabi to Kochi. Priority is being given to distressed blue-collared workers, medical emergency cases, pregnant women, stranded tourists and elderly people to go back on these special flights. All passengers are being screened with the help of the UAE health authorities, and those found asymptomatic will be allowed to board the flight. In the second week of the Vande Bharat mission, 18 flights have been scheduled from the UAE to various destinations in India to take back stranded citizens abroad. Centre has amended its export policy regarding masks. All kinds of non-medical masks, including those made up of cotton, silk, wool and knitted material, will be allowed to be exported. All medical masks will, however, continue to remain prohibited for export. Government had earlier completed completely prohibited export of any kind of musk from the country. And the cyclonic storm Amphan over southeast Bay of Bengal and neighborhood moves slowly northwestwards with a speed of 3 km per hour during the past 6 hours. It intensified into a severe cyclonic storm and lay centered over the same region at 8:30 a.m. today. As per Indian Meteorological Department, Amaravati, Andhra Pradesh, Amphan is situated about 990 kilometers south of Paradip, Odisha, 1,140 kilometers southwest of Digha at West Bengal, and 1,260 kilometers southwest of Khepupara at Bangladesh. It is very likely to intensify further into a very severe cyclonic storm during the next 6 hours. To end the news, the headlines here again. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman unveils structural reforms for 7 sectors in 5th tranche of Atma Nirbhar Bharat package. Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh says Centre is seriously considering states' request to facilitate transportation of migrant workers. Third phase of nationwide lockdown ends today, and Nagaland Chief Secretary says all existing lockdown measures in the state to continue till further order. That's all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.